and welcome back to the YouTube channel for Catch. My name is Sam and I'm the founder and lead coach here at Catch. Unshakable confidence is the key to getting everything that you want in life and dating. And if you want to work with us in any way or you want to enter our competition giveaway, all that information is in the description box below. So just a short video today, which is what to do if you bump into an ex or someone that you've got history with, and how to approach that situation with confidence. And this is an interesting one because when we bump into somebody who we've had history with, often we can be confronted with all of these thoughts and emotions about what happened before, and it can bring up a lot of nervousness and awkwardness about how to approach that situation. So we wanted to give you a few tips and tricks, and we don't often give advice. I don't know if you've noticed this, but we often give tips and tricks or ask you questions to figure out your own way of approaching something. But this is a situation that, because it brings up so much emotion for people, we wanted to give you some thoughts about how to handle this with confidence. And we did a video a while ago called 2 psychological tricks to get people to like you. And one of the tricks that we mentioned was to assume that person already likes you. Even if they don't know you yet, assume that they like you already, or they will, that it's inevitable because you're a catch, you're a prize, and you add value to anyone's life that you're in. So we want to take that mindset and that assumption and apply that to this ex-partner, regardless of what's happened. So even if they've broken up with you in the past and you were hurt about it, even if there was, a situationship that was very messy that went on for a long time, even if, you were hurt during that process, regardless of what's happened in the past, assume in that moment that they like you. And you had a connection before, so this isn't actually a crazy assumption to hold. Things can happen, insecurities can get in the way, misunderstandings can get in the way, and connections can sustain, even if you're not with that person or they're with someone else. You had a connection in the past, it's probably still there to some extent. So when you're approaching that person, say you see them walking towards you in the street or you're in a bar together, just assume that they like you and they still like you, and almost approach it as if it was a blank slate or someone that you were just meeting for the first time. So go into the conversation, try and keep calm, relaxed, grounded. If you feel some emotions come up, some anxiety, some nervousness, do some deep breaths, ground yourself, and approach it as if it was someone who you knew liked you. So smile, make eye contact, be playful, be fun, ask them how they are, share that you're doing well, and like you bumped into an old friend on the street or as someone who you get on with, just have a polite conversation and then try and end the conversation earlier. So, have a bit of a chit chat, have a bit of a catch up, maybe mention an old good memory to remind them of some fond memories, or say, oh, I thought of you the other day because I went past this restaurant, or, really glad to bump into you, glad you're doing well. And then say, look, I've actually got to go back to my friends, got some things that I'm doing, so really nice to see you, have a fab rest of your day, evening, and see you soon, and kind of get on with your day exactly like you were bumping into an old friend. And this does a few things. One, it will be confusing for your ex, especially if they ended things, or you stopped hearing from them, or it didn't work out for any reason, because you're acting like an equal to them, even though they rejected you. And we did a video a while ago called It's Only Rejection If You Decide It Is or Feel Like It Is. So even if they, on the surface of things, rejected you or ended things, you're not acting like they're above you or they did reject you. You're acting like an equal, and you're acting like they still and always liked you, which will throw them off, because a lot of exes expect you to always see them as above you and put them on a pedestal, and that you really wish that you could get their attention and their affection. And so they kind of have this misconception that you're always going to be pining after them. So by acting in that way of being a bit unshakable, being grounded, having fun, is going to be confusing because it makes them question, well, am I above them? They seem like they're acting like they're equal to me, so maybe I missed out on something here. And then the fact that you've been polite, so you haven't been awkward or weird or angry at them, shows you moved on from it, even if you haven't. And you're not bitter about anything that's happened in the past. You're happy, you're having a good time, you're having a good life, you don't hold anything against them. Now, obviously, if there was some abuse in this relationship, you don't have to do any of this. This is for something that ended amicably or for whatever reason, and you want to save face. So the fact that you've ended the conversation early means that, been polite and playful and had fun and then ended the conversation earlier means that you're not bothered about getting their approval, you're not hanging around to see how they're doing or see if they're still interested. You're you're acting like you, as I said at the start, that they already like you and they still like you. And so that leaves them wanting more, really curious as to why you're doing so well or what is making you so happy. And they're confused by the fact that you're acting like an equal and don't have any negative feelings about the past. And they start thinking, oh, maybe I underestimated them or misunderstood them, or maybe I fumbled here. And it will leave them and that curiosity mulling round their mind, and you'll probably end up hearing from them. Or if you don't, you will have shifted your perception in their eyes, regardless of what happened before. And that actually reminds me, we do have another video called Why OK is Powerful in Dating. It talks about this concept of unshakable confidence. We'll also link that down below. So I hope that was helpful, just a few little tips and tricks, but we'll link down below, as we say, some of the longer videos that deep dive into some of these things. Let us know if you bumped into an ex, how you handled it, what went well, what didn't. Maybe you've bumped into an ex and had this happen to you and you've suddenly felt differently about that whole scenario. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.